Namaste. Welcome to your Tuesday yoga practice. Today is our twisting day. And I'd love to hear from you because I'm loving twisting on Tuesday. I'm hoping that you all are too. And I was thinking about maybe why I like this. It's a different perspective on some familiar postures. Always an opportunity to link them, but then we shift our perspective either which way. And so then that led me to Heraclitus quote. He was a Greek philosopher, 500 BC. Complete brilliance. Change is the only constant. Change is the only constant. The inability to change, progress, or grow can result in stagnation. And stagnation rejects realizing one's full potential. Stagnation is not a healthy flowing river. Stagnation is an idle and stale pond. So we will not be stagnant today. We will be moving and flowing. So with that, sit really tall, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Let your hands find each other in front of your heart space. Big inhale. Exhale, sigh the breath out. Inhale for one long Om. Release your hands down to your knees. Maybe walk your feet a little bit farther away from your hips. And as you inhale next, draw your heart forward. And exhale, draw your heart back. So moving into these big circles. Bring your awareness all the way down to the very base of your spine, the base of your seat. You might be able to imagine your pelvic bowl like a penny that you spin, and before it drops flat, it rolls around on its edges. That is what we are doing to the base of our pelvis right now. So rolling around the edges, and when you're ready, switch directions. As you breathe here, also notice your low back, notice your hips. Anywhere you feel sensation, you can imagine sending your next breath there, filling it up with space and even some golden white sparkly light, prana, and exhaling it out. And return to center, engaging your abdominal muscles so everything squeezes in and up, really long spine. With an inhale, we sweep our arms out and up. Exhale, twist over to your left and then lower your fingertips to maybe your left thigh and back behind your back. Keep sitting tall. You might even glance down and make sure that your head is still centered over your pelvis. There might be a tendency to lean forward or to a side here. Keep it centered. And maybe you explore with softening your belly muscles and noticing you can twist deeper, but with less support. And then as you inhale, maybe you unwind and expand. Engage your core. Exhale, retwist. Notice you might not have as much depth in the twist, but your spine is more supported. And then determining which one feels best for you today. One more breath. And on an inhale, return through center, arms out and up. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Lower your fingertips to your right leg and back behind your back. Sitting tall, we can play with our abdominal muscle engagement here, softening and then re-engaging. And no matter what you do with your core muscles, every inhale, it's an opportunity to lengthen the spine. And that's not just in our yoga practice. That can be while you're sitting at your desk or in the car, in line at the grocery store. Always seeking to expand and let go. One more breath here. As you're ready, return to center, arms out and up. Exhale your left hand down to the mat, walk the fingertips away, and reach your right arm up and over. As you get into this, notice if you're leaning forward a bit, maybe you can lean back really long through your right side body. Relaxed though through your shoulders, so your neck is still long, not scrunched. You can look down towards your grounded hand on the mat, or look up towards your lifted arm or beyond it. Inhale back through center and really reach. Exhale, fold to the other side. Long torso. One more big breath here. And on an inhale, come back through center. Exhale, fold forward. If you like, you can grab a block or two here for under your hands, maybe under your forehead. Option to keep lengthening your spine or to round your spine and let your head hang heavy. 3 more full breaths, whatever you do with it. On your next inhale, imagine sending the breath to your back body, to the back side of the lungs. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your torso. Reach your arms up, relax your shoulders. Keep breathing while you tip back, engaging your core, finally bringing your toes to the mat in front of you. Breathing here, maybe you can float one or both feet off of the mat, bringing the shins towards parallel. Intentionally engage your core here. You can get by with kind of lazy posture, but it's up to all of us to engage those abdominal muscles as much as we can. Bring your knees and the big toe mounds together. Keep breathing. You can hear my voice shaking. That's because I've got some of that awesome rattling, jumpy muscle action happening. You can lower your arms at any time. Maybe you lift and extend one leg and then the other. Go ahead and let's all lower our arms down, really reaching towards our toes. Can you lengthen your spine anymore? Maybe lean your head back in space. One more breath. We love Navasana. And as you exhale, cross your legs, choosing the non-dominant, so maybe whichever one you didn't naturally go for. Inhale your arms out and up again. Exhale, twist over to your left. We'll just quickly pass through these warm-up postures. On the other side. With an inhale, pass back through center and reach. Exhale, twist to the other side. Another breath here. Inhale back to center. Exhale your left hand down, right arm up and over, folding laterally, moving the spine in all of the ways it likes to go. Can you open your heart a little more? And return to center, inhaling, exhaling, taking it to the other side. Keep lifting your heart. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hinge forward. You can sway. You can find stillness. On an inhale, slowly sit back up. Move the blocks back to the top of your mat. See if I can do this without disturbing the prince. All right, plant both of your feet as wide as the edges of the mat, hands back behind you. Windshield wipe your legs left and right. And then all the way over to the left, let the right knee land on the arch of the left foot. And then twist your torso so you come to face the back edge of your mat. This is a revolved stag, new pose to me. So you can lower down to your forearms or maybe stay up on your fingertips. We should have a really nice stretch here through our abdominal muscles on the right side. Maybe even reach your right arm. This feels like a Renaissance painting that we're posing for. With cats, even better. One more big breath. And with an inhale, walk your hands back towards your body, unwinding back to neutral. Hands behind you, windshield wipe your legs left and right. This time let that left knee land in the arch of the right foot. Sit tall as you twist over to your right, walking your hands back. Reaching with that left arm if it feels good. Imagine that you're keeping your hips anchored back. Where do you feel the stretch? And send your breath there. Stay here and breathe. Beautiful. On an inhale, unwind, return to neutral. Tuck your legs under, find tabletop. In tabletop, hips are right over our knees. Bring your left hand into the center of the mat. Inhale your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, dropping your right shoulder to the center of the mat, walking your left fingertips up overhead. Maybe you bring your left fingertips to the sky. Maybe you take a half bind, bringing the back of your left hand towards your torso. Maybe the left fingertips can even latch onto the right thigh. You might walk your head forward a couple of inches, making sure you're not scrunching your neck. With an inhale, re-extend the left hand if you took a bind. Place your left hand right in front of your face. Press yourself back up. Reach the right hand to the sky. Exhale your right hand to the mat. Inhale your left hand way up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Left shoulder comes to the mat. Maybe walk your head forward a couple of inches. Your right fingertips can reach up overhead on the mat or overhead to the sky. Maybe you bring yourself into a half bind, the right fingertips reaching for the left thigh. Good. One more breath here. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, reach your right fingertips to the sky. Exhale, plant the right hand in front of your mat. Inhale, untwist, reaching the left hand high. And exhale, set your left hand down. Tuck your toes, roll through cow and cat a time or two. On your next exhale, let's find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend one knee and then the other, generously swaying your hips and warming up into this pose. On an inhale, lift the right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Look forward, engage your abdominal muscles. As you exhale, swing that right knee all the way up towards your nose. Hover, push the ground away. See if you can create even more space here. Really hug your core and inhale. Exhale, see if you can step that right foot forward. Draw the heart forward with an inhale. Go ahead and lower your back knee. Plant your left hand, maybe using a block. Inhale the right hand to the sky. You can stay here, or maybe you drop your right hand back behind you, finding the back of your left thigh. You can stay here, or maybe you lift the torso, reaching the left hand to the sky. another breath or two, exploring, enjoying the process, not worrying about the outcome. From wherever you are, let's unwind, returning our hands to the mat, framing the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left heel to the sky. Look forward. Exhale, come into plank, hovering the left knee as close to the chest as you can get it. Push the ground away. Inhale. Exhale, step that left foot forward. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Lower your right knee. Plant your right hand, maybe using a block. Inhale the left hand to the sky. Exhale, maybe you drop the left hand to the back of the right thigh. You can stay here. This is a nice twist as it is. Maybe you lift your torso, reaching your right fingertips to the sky. Breathe deeply wherever you go with it. You might give your fingers a little wiggle to bring some life into the arms. One more inhale wherever you are. And exhale, unwind, returning your hands to the top of the mat. Big inhale here, and with an exhale, giant step forward into forward fold. You can bring your feet out wide, you can clasp opposite elbows. Take a moment of decompression. Feet back to hips distance apart. Release your hands. On an inhale, actually let's grab our blocks. If you'd like, put a block between your upper thighs. Yeah, then we can squeeze that. And on an inhale, squeezing the block, rise up with a long spine and an engaged core. Arms reach out and up. And exhale the hands down to our heart. Now, interesting balancing posture here. Let's give it a try. Hands in front of your heart. Press your hands together as you start to lift your heels off of the mat, coming onto your toes. Squeezing the block. See if you can anchor your tailbone down while lifting your front hip points up towards your heart. If this feels steady, maybe you reach your arms up overhead. Spread your toes wide while we lift and inhale. Look for a little more length. Urdhva Hastasana. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your heels back to the mat, hands to your heart. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sit your hips back, Utkatasana, chair pose. Glance down, make sure you can see your toes. You can pick them up and give them a wiggle. Really send some weight into your heels. Lengthen your spine, engage your core. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Fold forward so that the right elbow can hook on the outer left thigh. Maybe, maybe not. We're looking to stack our left shoulder over our right shoulder. Squeezing the blocks help us keep our knees while our hips in alignment. Maybe you open your arms up, crooked bear hug. Inhale. Exhale, untwist, return to stand in neutral. Inhale. Exhale, sit your hips back, Utkatasana, chair pose. We can see our toes are lifted, weight into the heels, core engaged, long spine. One more inhale. Exhale, twist to your right, fold forward. See if you can hook the left elbow onto the right thigh, pressing your hands into each other. We stack the right shoulder over the left, looking up to the sky, breathing here. On the next inhale, let's open our arms out wide. Exhale, return to neutral, stand up. And relax your hands down, release the block from your thighs. Hands together in heart center. Imagine you're still squeezing the block, find Tadasana. Awareness into the feet. As you breathe, begin to come onto your tiptoes, lifting your heels off of the mat. Imagine you're still squeezing the block between your thighs. Maybe here you interlace your fingers and flip your palms up to the sky. Get as long as you can in your spine. Core engaged, tailbone anchored, crown lifted. Breathe. Notice where your balance is at. Some days this feels easy, some days it feels impossible. One more breath. And with an exhale, softly lower your heels and hands. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, sit back into Utkatasana chair pose. Long spine. We inhale. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Twist to your left. Right elbow hooks onto the left thigh if that's possible. You can also pick up and move your belly out of the way here. Glance down. We want to try and keep our knees level. That's an indicator that our hips are level or neutral. Start to shift the weight into your left foot. Float your right foot off the mat. Breathe here. One more inhale. Exhale, begin to step your right foot back in space. Don't worry if it doesn't go as we think it should. Make your way into a revolved lunge. Go ahead and lower your right knee. Open your arms out wide. Big twist here. Engage your core, lengthen your spine. Let's lift our right knee off of the mat again into a high lunge. Lower your left hand to the back of the right leg as we reach the right arm up overhead. Another breath here. Exhale, neutralize, come forward, plant your hands, step yourself back into plank pose. Inhale and plank, exhale and plank. Inhale, exhale. Now you can lower your knees or stay with me. Inhale, come forward on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower down halfway and hover. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. 3 to 5 breaths. Let's come into downward facing dog if you took child's pose. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Imagine you're squeezing a block between the thighs while you inhale, rise up, arms up. Exhale, sit back into Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale for length. Exhale, hands to your heart, twist to the right. See if you can hook that left elbow onto the right thigh. Glance down, our knees are level because our hips are level. See if you can lengthen your spine a little more. Start to shift the weight into your right foot. And see how this goes. Floating the left foot off of the mat. Slowly start to step the left foot back in space, moving into a revolved high lunge. However many steps it takes to get there is perfect. Drop your left knee down. Open your arms out wide. Breathe here. Go ahead and drop your right hand to the back of your left thigh. Inhale your left hand up to the sky. Another big inhale here. Exhale, unwind, plant your hands. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and step your left foot forward. Exhale, hang heavy. Go ahead and drop your hips down, transitioning to our seat. If you'd like, you can put a block between your thighs and then make your way down onto your spine. Arms outstretched wide, knees in towards your chest. Inhale. Exhale, let your knees fall off to the left side. Try to keep your shoulders anchored on the mat. If the block doesn't feel quite right, you can disregard it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Imagine dropping your top hip away from your chest. So we have a really long torso. Another big cycle of breath here. And with an inhale, come through neutral. With an exhale, let your knees drop off to the right side. Long torso, so imagine that top hip moving away from your heart. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Big inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale back to center. If you have a block, go ahead and release that. Draw your knees in towards your armpits. Reach your hands through between your legs, reaching for the pinky side edges of your feet, but no worries at all if you don't get there. We're going to lift our feet towards the sky, happy baby. You can hold behind the thighs if reaching for the feet didn't work. You can hold on to the ankles. Imagine pulling the legs down while kicking the feet up. You can rock side to side here. Maybe straighten one leg and then the other if that feels good. As you're ready, extend the legs long. Reach your arms up overhead. Point your toes, really, really long body here. Cross your right ankle over your left and lift your torso, moving it to the left. So we're in kind of a crescent moon shape here. Big side body stretch on the right side. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Cross your left ankle over the right ankle. Inhale, lift up and move your torso to the right side, taking your crescent moon the other direction. Big inhale. Exhale, return to center. It might feel good to bring your knees back into your chest and rock side to side. And when you're ready, send your legs long, arms out wide, palms to the sky. Allow yourself to release into the mat, treasuring this moment of stillness, maybe silence. Take a full body stretch. Deepen your breath. We'll close out our practice with an Om from a seated position. So make your way there. With your hands together in front of your heart, inhale deeply for one long Om. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Namaste.